So for today's discussion, we'll cover stresses in beams, both bending stresses and horizontal shearing stresses. So we first have this problem. Mechanics. Stresses in beams. Yan. Now dito sa first problem natin, merong error sa given. This must be 9.5. And then madali lang to, so we'll just fast track kasi alam kasi natin na for beams, simply supported beams with a uniform load over the whole span, the maximum moment is, diba, WL squared divided by 8. And then our beam section is, this is 200 and this is 280, and then yung length natin 5 meters. Yan. So apply na lang natin yung formula, diba? For the maximum flexural stress or bending stress, we have MC over I, where C is the farthest distance from the neutral axis. So therefore we have FB equals, our W is 9.5 kN per m. So 9.5 kN per m, and then multiply ko yan by L squared, which is 5 meters and then squared, divided by 8. Ito yung m. Now notice that for m, magka-cancel yung m, and then we are left with kN multiplied by meter. So we have to convert that into Newton mm para consistent yung units. And then our C will be the farthest distance from the neutral axis to the outermost fiber. So we have this distance. Ito kasi yung neutral axis. Yan. So this is half of 280, magiging 140. Yan. So 140, divide ko yan by I, which is BH cubed over 12 for rectangular sections. So 200 times 280 cubed, divide ko yan by 12. Wait lang. Saan yung kanan? Ito na yung gagamitin natin from now on. Kasi ito yung allowed kasi sa board exam. Di na allowed yung Casio. So we have 9.5 times 5 squared. Divide natin yan by 8. And then again, times 1,000 squared to convert this into Newton mm. Times 140. Divide natin yan by 200 times 280. Cube natin. And then over 12. So we have 11.36. Yan. And then this is MPa na yan. So this is our answer for number 1. Now on to the next problem. Wait lang. For the next problem, sana yun? Skip muna natin to kasi merong error sa solution. Ito na lang. Copy natin. This is the question, and then yung figure is ito. So, meron tayong beam, meron din tayong beam section. So, copy natin yan. And also yung section. Yan. Beam section. Now, in this problem, we have a beam daw with an overhang loaded by a uniform load of 3 kN per meter. Moment of inertia, buti na lang binigay para di na tayo magsusolve. 3.36 times 10 to the 6. And distances to top and bottom of the beam cross-section are 20 mm and 66.4 mm. Bale, binigay na din yung centroid ng figure natin. And then it is known that the reactions at A and B are 4.5 and 13.5. Buti na lang din, binigay din, kasi para madali na lang natin masolve yung mga shear, saka yung bending stresses, moments. Bending moments. So, this is actually, ano yan? Reaction at A is 4.5 kN. And then the reaction daw at B is 13.5. Nakaki-end din yan. Now, for the maximum bending stress, you have to be careful talaga kasi our beam is an overhanging beam. Meaning, meron tayong maximum positive moment, meron din tayong maximum negative moment. Now, i-check natin yan. So, draw natin yung shear diagram saka moment diagram. So, for the shear diagram, we have the units in Kn. So, let's draw our zero line. Yan. And then, from 0, aakyat tayo ng 4.5. Straight line lang kasi this is a concentrated load. So, 4.5. Yan. Bale, our VAL pala, since merong concentrated load, we have left and right shear values. This is 0, and then VAR is 4.5. And then at point B, meron din tayong concentrated load of 13.5. So, bale, meron tayong VBL saka VBR. Now, yung left shear value is the previous shear value, and then subtract natin yung uniform load. Yung uniform load na yan, spanning A to B. Now, yung resultant yan is, diba, 3, yung weight na yan, multiply natin by 4. So, magiging 12. Bale, 4.5 minus 12 pala yan. Ito na lang. So, 4.5 minus 12 is minus 7.5. Yan. So, from 4.5, bababa tayo. This is now negative 7.5. Yan. And then from 7.5, negative 7.5, aakyat tayo ng 13.5. Ano pala? This is VBR pala. Wait lang. Yan. And then for VBR, dyan na natin i-add yung 13.5. So, this is now, minus 7.5 pala yan. Sorry. 7.5. So, we have 6. So, from negative 7.5, aakyat tayo sa 6. Yan. And then, for point C, walang concentrated load, so we only have one shear value, which is going to be 6 yung previous, and then minus natin yung resultant ng remaining load. So meron yan siyang resultant na 3 yung weight multiplied by 2 meters. So 6 minus 6, it now becomes 0. So bababa tayo, and then we have a straight line kasi this is negative constant. Plus 1 degree tayo. So 1 degree yan, sa ito rin. So 0 na yan dito. Now, you don't need to draw the moment diagram. Let's just try to solve the maximum moments just by looking at the figure. Now, diba, at this point, naging 0 yung shear. Meaning, merong maximum moment dyan. But also, at this point, yung ano natin, diagram, it crosses the 0 line. Ibig sabihin, meron ding maximum moment dyan. So, i-check natin yan. So, let's label this as area 1, area 2, and area 3. Yan. So, what is area 1? Diba, first, we have to solve the base of this triangle. So, we can solve that by ratio and proportion. So, this is x. And then, this is, sabihin natin, 4 minus x. So, by ratio and proportion, we have 4.5 is to x equals 7.5 is to 4 minus x. Yan. So, solve natin. Equals 7.5 over 4 minus x. So, we have here 1.5. So, this is 1.5. And so, if this is 1.5, then this distance is, diba, 4 minus 1.5, which is 2.5 meters. So, A1 is, ito yung maximum positive moment. So, A1 is 1/2 times base na 1.5 multiplied by a height of 4.5. So, this is now 0.5 times 1.5 times 4.5. This gives us 3.375. And then this is kN meter. Yan. So, diba, for positive bending, we have a configuration forming a smiley, diba? So, yung top part, yung arc niya is shortened, while the bottom arc is lengthened. Ibig sabihin, dito yung tension, and then dito naman yung compression. So, this is the neutral axis. Yan. But, we have this section. Move natin yan. We have this beam section, and then for positive bending, diba, yung compression nasa taas. So, bale, for the compression side, we are going to use a value of C, which is 20 mm. But, for the tension side, ito yung gagamitin natin. So, bale, meron akong FB compression, for which I'm gonna use 20 mm, kasi andyan yung compression side, nasa taas, above the neutral axis. So, this is now 3.375 kNm yan. So, multiply mo yan by 1,000 squared. And then, we have a value of C, which is 20 for the compression side. Divide natin yan by I. Nabuti na lang, binigay yung I. We have 3.36 times 10 to the 6. So, copy na lang natin. Yan. Now, kung hindi given yung I, ikaw talaga yung magsusolve. So, input natin yan. .375 times 1,000 squared times 20 over 3.36. Just press EXP. Yan, lalabas yung E. And then, ibig sabihin yan is times 10 already. So, just pair it with the exponent. Bale, 6. Yan na yung 3.36 times 10 to the 6. So, press equals, we have 20.089 or let's say 20.1 MPa. Yan. Now, this is only for the first bending stress. Meron tayong tension din. FB tension. Yan. Now, I can just copy this kasi yung magbabago lang naman is, diba, yung farthest distance from the neutral axis for the tension side. Now, tension yung baba, so I have to use, ito pala, 66.4. So, bale, yung 20, papalitan ko yan. Gagawin kong 66.4. And so, solving the maximum bending stress for the tension side, considering the positive, maximum positive moment, we have 66.696. Or let's just say, diba, magiging 67 lang din yan. So, check natin sa choices, diba, merong 67. But, dito ka dapat careful. Itong choice kasi na to, ito yung trap na choice. Bale, mas ka-scam ka dito. Bakit? Aside from the positive maximum moment, meron din kasing negative maximum moment. Now, sir, saan yan makikita? Basta meron kang overhanging beam na downward lang yung loads, meron kang maximum negative moment occurring at the support. But we can check that here. And then, merong two ways to solve the maximum negative moment. So, the first way is to lagyan natin dito, Mmax negative. Pwede mong i-add yung A1, diba, saka A2. Kasi magzi-zero yan dyan. So, you can use A1 minus A2. And then, diba, yung A1 is, ito, 3.375. So, 3.375. Minus natin yung A2, which is 1/2 times base na 2.5 multiplied by a height of 7.5. Yan. So, this now gives this gives us minus 0.5 times 2.5 times 7.5. We have negative 6. Yan. This is your first and conventional option. But, you can also take the area from the right. But again, if from the right, the conventions will change. A positive area will be negative, and then a negative area will be positive. Now, sir, paano yan? I can actually start from the right, dito, and then I will go to the point kung saan nag-zero yung shear. So, I can just solve this area pala. Bale, I have here the maximum negative moment. Yung area na lang, yung A3 na lang. But, positive area kasi yan, magiging negative na yan if from the right. So, lagay ko na lang from right. This is now 1/2 times, yung base is 2 meters. Height is, ano yan, diba? 6 yan kanina. Yan. So, magka-cancel yung 2. We have a value of 6 kN m. But this is negative kasi again, there is a change in the convention. So, copy na lang natin yan. The same lang naman yung I. But, take note, for negative bending, ito na yung itsura. Diba, facade face na yung beam. And then, ito yung neutral axis. Now, looking at this figure, the bottom part, yung arc niya, shortened. While the top part, lengthened. Ibig sabihin, this is compression, and then this is tension. And so, for the compression side, I have to use 66.4 na. Medyo mag-iiba. 66.4, this one, for the compression side. But, magbabago na yung moment value, magiging 6 na. So, computing FB comp, or the compressive bending stress, we have 6 times 1,000 squared times 66.4. Divide natin yan by 3.36 times 10 to the 6. So this is 118.57. Yan. Now, check natin sa choices. Sa choices, merong 119. Now, it's safe to say na ito na yung sagot. Bakit? Yung ibang values kasi sa choices are lesser than 119. Now, yung nakuha mo is 118.57, which is tumugma dito. So, you don't need to solve the other stress kasi alam mo na, ito na yung maximum. Kasi yung iba kasi sa, yung ibang values kasi sa choices, di na yan lalagpas ng 119. But for the purpose of a holistic discussion, solve na lang din natin yung FB for the tension side. Yan. So, copy ko lang yan. But, my C will change. Kasi for the tension side, it's at the top. So, yung 20 yung gagamitin ko. So, multiply natin yan by 20. This is 35.71. And so, out of all the possibilities, ito yung pinakamalaki. So, choose this one. So, our answer pala is letter D. Now, kung titingnan mo, yung 67, andyan sa choices, yung 35.71, pwede mo yung i-round up maging 36. Andyan din yan sa choices. So, dyan ka dapat careful talaga.
May trabaho ka, Ugma, Clyde? Uy, dyan Clyde na kay duty, Ugma?
Wala.
Ha?
Wala.
Wala kay klase? Ha?
Wala.
Ang timing, di kay...
So, ito naman mga Lodi. Timing, kay sakit akong likod. Di ko makakon.
Timing, sir, bakay wasa
So now, we have this problem naman. We have a cantilever wood pole. It carries a force P, 300 newtons at the free end. But aside from the force P, it also carries its own weight. And then, we are given, actually, the unit weight. 6 kN per m cube. The length of the pole is 0.75 meters and the allowable bending stress is 14 MPa. Now, medyo mahirap tong mga Lodi. Bakit? Meron kasing density. Kailangan natin yung i-account. So, what happens here is, di ba, we are given gamma or the unit weight which is 6 kN per m cube. Now, ano yung i-multiply ko sa kN per m cube para maging uniform load yan? Diba, I can multiply this by the area. Kasi kN per m cube, multiply natin yung m squared, magka-cancel yung 3, saka ito rin. So now, it will be kN per m. kN per m na yung unit. So, the question is, ano yung area? We have daw a circular cross-section. Therefore, the area pala, or sabihin natin weight, di ba, gamma times cross-sectional area, this is 6 kN per m cubed multiplied by pi d squared divided by 4. Yan. Ano kasi? We are trying to solve d kasi, required diameter. This is actually unknown. Yan. So once we multiply the two, we can get a unit of kN per m, which is now a uniform load. Now again, L is 0.75, P is 300 newtons. And then, meron niyang weight. Merong self-weight yung pole natin over the whole span. Yan. And then yung value niya is 6 kN per m cubed multiplied by pi d squared divided by 4. Yan yung intensity ng load, or sabihin natin W. Now, the allowable bending stress daw is 14 MPa. Now, di ba, yung allowable bending stress, we have to use the moment dito sa fixed support. Kasi dyan mag-occur yung maximum moment. So, yung isosolve lang natin is MA. So, we have here MA. Assume natin counterclockwise. So, I can just move that to the left side and then equate ko yan sa sa clockwise moments pala. So, I have here, di ba, yung uniform load natin, it has a resultant which is 6 times pi d squared over 4. Ito yung weight. Multiply ko yan by the length. So, we have 0.75. Yan. And then, its moment arm going to A is, di ba, half of 0.75. So, bale, 0.75 divided by 2. Or, ano yung numerical value niyan? 0.75 divided by 2. We have 0.375. Yan na lang. 0.375. Yan. So, MA is therefore this expression, the resultant force, so 6 pi d squared over 4 times 0.75. Multiply ko yan by 0.375. This is still the moment caused by the self-weight. But meron din tayong 300 Newton na load. So we have plus pala 300. Multiply ko yan by the whole span. Yan yung moment arm ng 300 Newton load going to A. So this is actually 0.75. So ito na yung maximum moment natin. Now, let's input this. Diba, we have an allowable stress of FB equals yan, 14 MPa. So therefore, using FB equals MC over I, we have 14 equals, copy natin yung M, ito yung expression ng M, move natin. Yan. This is the expression for M. Now, yung C will just be the radius of the circular section kasi yung neutral axis niya is nandito. So, the farthest distance from the outermost fiber going to the neutral axis, diba, yan yung radius. Now, ano yung radius in terms of the diameter? Diba, that's only going to be d over 2. Yan, I hope you agree. And then, divide ko yan by, ano yung I ng circular section? Diba, it's pi over 64 d to the fourth. Yan. But, dito ka dapat careful sa units mo. Ano yung 14? Diba, MPa, which is equivalent to Newton per mm squared. Yan. So, but, yung density natin, naka-Kn. And then, yung area natin, bale, naka-m cube kasi yan, so naka-m squared din yung area. Ibig sabihin, we have to convert Newton per mm squared into Kn per m squared to make all the units consistent. But yung lalabas na diameter dyan is naka-meter. So, ito yung conversion. First, we have to convert newtons. So, di ba, 1,000 newtons is 1 kN. Yan. And then, 1,000 mm is 1 meter. And then, since naka-square yan, you also have to square this. Yan. So, let's try to input this in our calculators. But, ano rin pala, yung 300 newtons, yung force, newtons pa yan, so you have to convert that into, Kn. So, we have to divide this pala by 1,000. Yan. So, bale, 300 over 1,000 para maging Kn times 0.75. Now, if you'll input this sa calculator, you will find na hindi yan magkakasya. So, ano yung pwedeng gawin? We can actually cancel, diba? This becomes 1,000 squared because we are squaring this expression. So, magka-cancel yan. And then, cancel na lang natin yan. Bale, for this side, we only have 14 times 1,000. And then, we can store this value kasi constant yan. Sabihin natin, let's color this. Let's say, store ko yan sa variable a. Yan. And then, try muna natin kung magkasya ba. So, 300 over 1,000 times 0.75. This is, wait lang, 0.75. We have 0.225. Shift store A. Yan. And then, I can also get rid of these constants. Yan. What if gawin ko na lang yan, type ko na lang 6 pi over 4 times 0.75 times 0.375. What if store ko na lang to sa variable b. So, shift store b. Yan. So, this is stored into b. So, now I have 14 times 1,000 equal yan to, diba, this expression already becomes, by the way, ito yung whole moment. So, dapat naka-parenthesis. So, diba, b times d squared. So, yan yung ano natin. So, lagay natin x. b times x squared. And then, plus, yung nakastore sa a. So, recall a. And then, multiply ko yan by d over 2. So, x over 2. And then, this is divided by pi over 64 times d to the fourth. Yan. So, ano natin? Shift solve natin. Shift Solve. Medyo matagal yung processing. Kasi naka kasi yan, naka 4th power. So we have 0.055. D equals 0.055. And then, naka-meter yan. But, the question is, dapat, naka-cm yung nasa choices. So, to convert this into cm, di ba? For every 1 meter, merong 100 cm. So, multiply natin yan by 100. Answer times 100. We got a value of 5.5. So, 5.5 meters. Sorry. cm pala. cm. So, therefore, our answer is letter B. Yan. Quiz. Pwede. Sasali ko na lang yung quiz kanina. So, we are done here. And then, let's choose another problem. Ito muna. Yung simple muna. So, here, we are asked the maximum transverse shear stress. Now, this refers to the horizontal shear stress. Yan. So, we have daw a simply supported steel beam of length 1.5. So, this is 1.5 meters. And then, Q daw is 48 kN per m. Yan. H is 75. And then B is 20 mm. Now, the maximum transverse shear stress on the cross-section at 0.25 meters from the left support is ano raw? So, gagawin natin dito is we have to first solve the reactions. Now, madali lang yung reactions kasi symmetrical lang yung beam natin and then yung loading din. Now, yung loading, meron niyang resultant dito which is equivalent to 48, the intensity of the load, multiplied by the length, 1.5. This is 72. Yan. So, yung kinikarry pala dito ng support at A saka B would be half of 72. So, this is 36 saka ito rin. But, the question specifies, hindi kasi maximum transverse shear stress yung question lang. It is specified here that at 0.25 meters daw from the left support yung point of interest natin. So, we can actually cut this. Cut natin yan. Or, we can just form the shear equation. Now, my shear equation for segment AB will just be 36 and then define ko yan in terms of X. Yung resultant niyan is, di ba, 48 times X. And then this is acting downward, so minus 48X. Solve ko yung X. Substitute ko yung 0.25 sa X. So, 36 minus 48 times 0.25. Ito na yung shear value at 0.25 from the left support. So, this is 36 minus 48 times 0.25. This is, ulit yan? 24 kN. Yan. Now, we are given our rectangular section. Now, meron tayong shortcut formula, but let's just make it a habit kasi undergrad pa kayo. Make it a habit to use VQ over IB. Yan. Now, ano yung V? For V, we are to use 24 kN, but you have to convert that into newtons para MPa yung lalabas. Now, yung Q is area moment. So, di ba, we have a neutral axis dito. Ito yung neutral axis. And then, since maximum yung tanong, we start from the neutral axis going to the outermost fiber. So, we have to consider this area pala. And then, di ba, this is, ano yung half ng 75? 37.5. Yan. 37.5 and this is 20. So, we have to consider this area pala. Bale, yung Q ko is 37.5 times 20. Multiply ko yan by the moment arm going to the neutral axis. Now, yung centroid ng figure natin is, di ba, nandito. And so, this distance is half of 37.5. So, multiply ko yan by 37.5 divided by 2. And then, yung I ko is, di ba, BH cubed over 12. So, 20 times 75 cubed divided by 12. Again, for I, in horizontal shear stresses, you have to consider the whole section, not just the area of interest. So, kaya we are using 20 and yung whole height talaga 75. Avoid using 37.5. Yung area of interest mo, hindi yan yung I na gagamitin mo. And then, the base is, the base nearest to the neutral axis. Yung base ng area of interest. So, since this is only 20 for all strips, 20 yan. So, yung pinakamalapit sa neutral axis is this point talaga. Yung sagad sa neutral axis. So, we have to use 20. Yan. So, 24 times 1,000 times 37.5 times 20 times 37.5 over 2. Divide natin yan by 20 times 75 cubed over 12 times 20. Yan. So, we have 24. 24 MPa, which is letter B. Yan. But, if you are to apply the shortcut, di ba, for rectangular sections, we have 3V over 2A. Yan. So, try natin. 3 times 24, multiply natin by 1,000, and then divide natin by 2 times the area of the cross-section. Yung area ng cross-section is 20 multiplied by 75. Yan. So, this is 3 times 24,000 over 2 times 20 times 75. Yan. Same lang din. So, this is also 24 MPa. Yan. So, kaya, advantageous talaga pag alam mo yung shortcut formulas. So, on to the next problem. Copy muna natin. Yan. Medyo maganda to. So here, we have now a simply supported beam of length 0.5 meters and a square cross-section weighing 4.8 4.8 newtons. Ito yung total weight niya. Now, 3 strips are glued together to form the beam, with the allowable shear stress in the glue joint equal to 0.3 MPa. Considering also the weight of the beam, the maximum load P that can be applied at L/3 from the left support is ano raw approximately. So L natin is 0.5 meters. Yan. And then yung total weight daw ng beam, wag mo na yung don't consider Q na. Kasi given ka na ng total weight which is 4.8 newtons. So meron daw siyang weight na 4.8 newtons. Yan. So the question is, ano daw yung load P that can be applied at L/3 given this shear stress? So, lagay natin FV allowable for the glued joint. This is 0.3 MPa. Yan. So, move natin. And then, ano yung reaction due to the weight? Diba, yung weight just acts sa centroid ng beam natin, meaning, yung, dito, support reaction is half ng 4.8. So, bala, nagkikarry yan sila ng 2.4. Saka, ito rin. Nagkikarry yan ng 2.4. But, aside from the weight, meron kasing P applied at L/3. So, meron daw yang siyang L/3. This is, diba, divide natin yung 0.5 by 3. Magiging 1/6. Or ano na lang, L/3 na lang. Yan. So, if we are to solve the reactions caused by this particular force, we can take moments about B. Yan. Sabihin natin, this is A, this is B. Set natin yan to 0. But, meron tayong other technique para dito. So, we have here 2.4, the reaction at A. Multiply natin yan by 0.5. Yan. And then we have minus 4.8. Huwag na lang natin yung i-consider. Ano na lang. Ano yung reaction ng support at A saka B if we are only to consider this particular load, yung P? So, taking moments about B, I have AY multiplied by L. Yan. And then, minus P, and then L/3 kasi yan. So, meaning, this distance is 2/3 of L. 2/3 of L. Now, baka mahirap intindihin. Parang ito yung ginawa ko. Simply supported, and then I am just considering the load P. Yan. Now, diba, since this is L/3, ano yung 1 minus 1/3? 1 minus 1/3, diba, 2/3. Yan. So, this remaining distance pala is 2/3 ng L. Kaya, yan yung moment arm ng P ko. So, set ko yan to 0. Therefore, AY equals P times 2/3 L. And then, divide ko yan by L, yung kabilang side. Magka-cancel yung L. Therefore, AY pala AY is 2/3 ng P. Yan yung kinikerry ng AY. So, another way to look at this is at L over 3 kasi yan. So, 1/3 saka 2/3. Now, kung saan mas malapit yung load, dyan mas, ano yung reaction? Mas mataas. So, therefore, 2/3 P pala to, yung kinikerry ng A, and then yung B naman, 1/3 ng P. Yan yung technique dyan. So, bala, 2.4 pala plus 2/3 of P. Yan. Now, diba, the maximum shear occurs at the supports. And then, that value is kung ano yung reaction ng support. Therefore, ito pala yung maximum shear. Now, sir, ba't hindi dito? Mas malaki kasi yung kinikerry dito kasi this is only 2.4 plus 1/3 of P. So, wag mo na yung i-consider. Just look at this one kasi yan yung maximum shear kasi mas malapit yung P sa A. Yan. Wait lang. So, dito we have 0.3 daw yung allowable shear stress. So, di ba FV equals still VQ over IB. Yan. Now, copy natin yung cross-section natin. Yan. Saan yung neutral axis ng cross-section? Diba, since this is just a square section, andyan lang yan sa gitna. Sabihin natin, this is, move natin konti. This is the neutral axis. Yan. If this is 12, diba, this is actually 6. Yan. So, substituting VQ over IB, we have 0.3 allowable, naka-MPa yan, equals yung shear force, we have to use this one. Now, notice na naka-Kn yung, naka-Newton yung force natin. So, we don't have to convert this. Yan na lang muna. And then, we have to multiply this by Q. Now, sir, ano yung Q? Diba, Q is, again, area moment. But, be careful dito. Yung 0.3 kasi is for the glue joint. Therefore, we are interested in this point pala. Yang particular point na yan. This one or pwede rin dito sa baba. So, we are interested in this point pala. And then, diba, once we are interested in a point, we have to consider an area of interest going to the outermost fiber. Hindi yan yung i-consider mo na area. If you want the horizontal shear stress at a point, always consider the area going to the outermost fiber. So, going to the outermost fiber, ito yung outermost fiber. So, this is now the area that we want. Which is, diba, this is 12 and this is 36. Bale, yung A ko pala is 12 multiplied by 36. And then, I have to get the moment arm of this area going to the neutral axis. Yan always yung moment arm mo. Yung centroid ng area patungo sa neutral axis. So, di ba, yung centroid ng area na to, andyan sa gitna. So, this is now the moment arm. Yan. Now, alam natin na this is 6. And then, yung centroid this is also, di ba, 6 din yan. Half ng 12. So, 6 plus 6, magiging 12. Yan yung moment arm ko going to the neutral axis. Kasi, di ba, again, yan yung area. Ito yung barred Y. Yan yung Q. Definition ng Q. So, divide ko yan by wait lang. Divide ko yan by IB. Yung I ko is 36 times 36 cubed over 12. Or you can just use 36 to the 4th. Now, this is for the whole section, yung moment of inertia. And then the base nearest to the neutral axis is, diba, 36 lang din. So, times 36. Yan. So, I can now solve P. So, we have here 0.3 equals 2.4 plus 2/3 ng P. And then 12 times 36 times 12. Divide ko yan by 36 to the 4th over 12 multiplied by 36. Yan. So, solving P, we got 433.8. And then, naka-Newton yan. So, check natin yung choices. Andito. 434. So, letter C. Yan. Na, yung next naman. Copy natin. And then we have a figure. So we have the cantilever beam, length is 0.65, and then ito yung intensity ng loads, Q over 2, uniformly increasing to Q. And then the beam has a width of 50 and a height of 170. So our cross section pala is ano yan? 50 and 170. Yan. Now the allowable bending stress FB equals 95 MPa, and the allowable shear stress is 12 MPa. So, ano daw yung permissible value ng Q? Now, since we have two conditions, we have a limitation for the bending stress and another limitation for the horizontal shear stress. Therefore, meron din tayong dalawang Q na masasolve. And then, we'll just compare both and then check kung ano yung safer value. So, yun yung mangyayari. First, check natin yung FB. For the bending stress and the horizontal shear stress, yung maximum moment saka maximum shear will just occur at the fixed support. So meron tayong AY dyan, merong AY, meron din tayong MA. We also have AX theoretically, but wala namang horizontal load, so di yan magmamatter. And then, solve muna natin yung maximum shear. Now, di ba, we can divide this into two areas. Isang triangular and isang rectangular. So now, the magnitude of the triangular load is simply Q minus Q over 2, which will just become, di ba, Q divided by 2. Yan. But, for the bending stress, dinivide kasi natin into two areas. So, meron tayong dalawang resultant. So, we have first the resultant of this distributed load, which is simply Q over 2 yung intensity niya. So, Q over 2, multiply natin yan by L. And its moment arm going to A is half ng L. Bale, L over 2. But we also have a resultant for the triangular load. And so, yung area ng triangular load, yan yung resultant. So, 1/2 times a base of L times a height of Q over 2. Yan. But then, its moment arm going to A is, di ba, andyan yung height ng triangle, ito yung area na, paliit. Paliit ng paliit. So, yan yung 2/3 na side. So, 2/3 ng L. Yan. So, therefore, the maximum moment pala is the moment at A, which is Q over 2 times L, this resultant force, multiply ko yan by L over 2. Yan. And then, I also have to add this one. 1/2 times L times Q over 2. Multiply ko yan by 2/3 ng L. So, 2/3 L. Yan. Ito yung maximum moment. But, we are given already the value of L. We have 0.65 meters. Yan. So, my maximum bending stress is 95 daw. So, copy natin yung moment, but palitan natin yung, yung mga L. Kasi given na yan, 0.65, L times L magiging squared. And then, divide ko na lang yan by 2. Yan. And then, plus 1/2 times L times L magiging L squared. So, 0.65 squared times Q over 2. Yan. And then, times 2/3. Or, pwede mo rin yang i-join. Depende na sa'yo. Yan. So, ito yung maximum bending moment. But, naka-meter kasi yan. Naka-meter. And then, we want the answer in kN per m. So, multiply ko na lang to by 1,000 squared. So that, parang yung assumption ko is, naka-kNm yung value ng moment. Para yung lalabas na W is, naka-kN per m na. And then, yung C naman is, di ba, farthest distance from the neutral axis. Andito yung, wait lang. Andito yung neutral axis. So, that's gonna be half of 170. Yan. And then, divide ko yan by I. Kasi, di ba, MC over I. So, I is 50 times 170 cubed divided by 12. Yan. So, input natin. 95 equals Q over 2. So, yan yung unknown ko. So, X over 2 times 0.65 squared, divide ko yan by 2, and then plus 1/2 or 0.5 na lang. This is the most efficient way to type 1/2. 0.5 times 0.65 squared times Q over 2, so X over 2 times 2/3. 2/3 yan, and then times 1,000 squared. times 170 over 2. And then, notice, di na yan magkakasya. So, dapat pala, tinore ko yung value nito. Yung value ng I. Kasi pag itatype ko yan sa ilalim, wala na. 50 times 170 cube. Di ko na pwedeng ma-cube. So, ano na lang natin? AC na lang ulit. Sorry. 50 times 170 cube divided by 12. Store ko yan sa shift store into A. Yan na lang. So, now we have 95 and then type natin ulit Q over 2. Gawin na lang natin Q over 4. Bale, Q over 2 times 2 magiging 4 times 0.65 squared. Always try to save space where you can. And then plus 0.5 times 0.65 squared. This expression, and then times Q over 2, or diba, magka-cancel yung 2 dito. Cancel yung 2. So, pwede natin i-type Q over 3 na lang. So, times Q over 3. Yan. Times 1,000 squared. Multiply natin by 170 over 2. Divide natin by A. Yan. So, masosolve na natin yung Q. Try natin. Let's assume a value close to these. So, let's say 115. So, press equals. We got 129.96. Q equals 129.96 kN per M. But, hindi pa ito yung sagot. Kasi we still have to check considering the allowable shear stress. So, for the allowable shear stress, we are to use, again, VQ over IB. But, since rectangular yung section natin, gamitan na lang natin ng 3V divided by 2A para madala. Now, yung AY is, you can add the two areas, yung area na yan, saka ito, or, you can just look at the initial figure and then get the area of the trapezoid. Now, diba, yung area ng trapezoid is the sum of the parallel sides, so, bale, Q over 2 plus Q. Sum ng parallel sides kasi parallel yung dalawa. Divide natin yan siya by 2 and then multiply natin by the length. So, yung length is 0.65. So, ito na yung area ng trapezoid. Therefore, this is also the maximum shear. So, copy na lang natin yan. Copy natin, and then, over 2 times 0.65. Now, yung value ng shear, naka-kN dapat. But since, this will by default, solve it in newtons, ano na lang natin, multiply natin by 1,000. Kasi yung 0.65, naka-meters kasi yan. Para kNm na later yung lalabas. So, 3V. Ito na yung 3V. Divide natin by 2A. So, 2 times, ano yung area? Area is 50 times 170. Yan. So, 50 times 170. This is equal to, ano yung stress? 12 MPa. So, 12 pala yan. Therefore, we have 12 equals 3 times ano yan? 3 times Q over 2 plus Q. Divide ko yan by 2 times 0.65. And then times 1,000 para parang naka-KN yan. Kinonvert natin into newtons. And then 2 times 50 times 170. So, solving Q, assume natin 115 then, we have 139.49. 49 kN per M. Now, di ba, yung dalawang values andyan sa choices. Yung 129.96 corresponds to 130, while for the horizontal shear stress, yung 139 corresponds to letter D. But, yung tanong kasi is the permissible value of the load intensity. So, ano yung safer dyan? Yung makakaya ng moment, bending stress is ano lang, 129.96. But yung makakaya ng horizontal shear stress is 139.49. So, para safe sa dalawang conditions, ito dapat yung piliin natin. Yan. Therefore, the answer pala is letter C. Yan. So, ito na lang muna yung last problem dito sa book. And then, didiscuss ko yung quiz kanina. Ito yung gusto na items ni Sir Digoma. If you're coming from CIT. Combined stresses. So, here we have daw an aluminum light pole for 4,300 newtons yung pole natin. So, this is W1. It supports an arm with a weight 700 newtons. Ito yung arm niya. Arm. So, it weighs 700 newtons. And then, it's yung centroidal axis ng pole is andito. So, this is applied 1.2 meters from the centroid of the pole. And then, a wind force of 1,500 Newton acts to the right at 7.5 above the base. So, yan yung load na yan caused by the wind. Bale, yung wind tumama sa pole natin. And then, times 7.5 yan later. The pole cross-section at the base has an outside diameter of 235 mm and a thickness of 20 mm. Now, dito usually, nagkakamali yung students. Pag merong outside diameter, tas merong thickness na binigay, yung way nila to solve the inner diameter is just to subtract the 2. Bale, 235 minus 20. Which is, mali. Kasi, dalawang thickness kasi yung, andito. Zoom tayo. Diba, ito yung thickness. Thickness yan. But, thickness din to. Ibig sabihin, to solve the inner diameter pala, we have 235 minus natin yung dalawang thickness. So, yung inner diameter is 235 minus 2 times 20. So, this is now 195. Naka-mm yan. So, 195 mm. And then, meron na tayong value para sa section natin. Check natin yung stresses na mangyayari. Let's first look at the vertical forces. Yung vertical forces, yan yung andito. We actually have a reaction here. Sabihin natin, V equals 700 plus 4,300. Yan. Or, ano pala, this is perpendicular to the section. So, ano na lang, P. So, this gives us 5,000. Yan. So, I have here, this causes a compressive stress perpendicular to the cross-section. So, parang axial stress yung mabubuo. So, I have here, yung tanong kasi is, the maximum compressive stress. Now, these two forces are toward the body. Ito rin, toward the body. So, meron akong compressive stress due to due to an axial load. So, we have 5,000 newtons. Divide natin by the area of the cross-section, bale, pi over 4 times the outside diameter, square natin, minus the inside diameter, and then square din natin. Yan. Now, this is still the first compressive force. Now, sir, ano yung ibang compressive force na mag-a-act sa natin? Section natin. Notice that if we'll apply this load, yung 700 newtons, ano yung bending na mako-cause niya dito, about the base of the pole? Diba, this will cause a counterclockwise rotation. Ibig sabihin, pag ganito yung bending ng beam. Yan, wait lang. Parang pa ganyan. Caused by the 700 Newton load. Now, if this is the bending, saan yung compression dyan? Diba, this describes, if i-rotate natin, this describes a negative bending where, this is, where ito yung compression, and then, ito yung tension side. So, yan yung i-analyze natin. So, compressive side is andito sa left side. So, we have wait lang. Compression. This is tension, while for this one, compression is here, tension is yung sa P1 naman, ito yung bending niya na mako-cause. Wait lang. Parang pa ganyan yung bending. Na color na lang natin. We have W2. Yan yung bending. And then, for P1, yung W1, wala siyang bending na mako-cause sa pole natin. Kasi it's only acting parallel to the pole. So, for P1 pala, ito yung bending na mako-cause niya. Yan. So, ano yung compression side dyan? Yung compression side naman dito, for this bending, andito sa right side. And then this is the tension side. Now, check natin ano yung mas malaki na moment. Let's first get the moment caused by W2. We have here 700 newtons multiplied by 1.2 meters. So this is ano yan? 700 times 1.2. This is 840 Newton meter. Now, how about the moment caused by P1? The moment caused by P1 is 1,500 multiplied by this moment arm, bale 7.5. Yan. So we have here 1.5 times 7.5. This is 1,150. So try to notice, mas malaki yung moment na to compared sa moment ng W2. So this will actually govern, yan yung compression na I will consider. Kasi yung compression dito, compressive stress is maliit lang. But you have to take note that one of these forces, if you'll consider one side, for example, this side, di ba tutugma yan sa tension side ng W2. So ibig sabihin, ano yung gagawin natin? For the total compressive stress, copy natin to. Copy natin yan. And then, we have to add natin lahat ng compressive forces, or para if you're used to the convention na negative yung compression, positive yung tension, gawin na lang natin tong negative kasi this is compressive in nature kasi that's toward the body. And then, minus din natin yung compressive force due to the 1,500 load. So this is, di ba, FB equals MC over I. For the compression side, we have 1,250 Newton meter. So I have to multiply this by 1,000 to convert this into mm. Now what is C? C is the farthest distance from the neutral axis. So this is going to be the radius, which is half of 235. Again, we are considering the outside diameter. And then divide ko yan by pi over 64 times d to the fourth of the outer circle. So 235 to the fourth minus 195 for the inner circle to the fourth. Yan. So ito yung compression side, but for the 700 Newton load, tension side yung nasa right. Now, dapat tutugma yung stresses ko. Therefore, tension pala yung makukause ng W2. So, I have here 840 Newton meter times 1,000 ulit. And then, times, ano pa rin? 235 divided by 2. And then, still the same yung moment of inertia. Yan. So, a technique to make this fit in your calculator is, diba, common yung terms na yan. Yang I, common, saka, ito rin. Na, bale, ito na lang, pati yung conversion factor. Yan. So, the way I would type this sa calculator is, paganto. I have, zoom natin onte, I have negative 5,000 divided by pi over 4 times 235 squared minus 195 squared. Yan. Again, itong dalawang to, these are caused by bending stresses. While this is axial. So, gagawin ko is factor out ko yung ano dito, yung constants. So, I have plus 1,000 times 235 over 2 over pi over 64 times 235 to the fourth minus 195 to the fourth. Di nga yan kakasya, di ba? So, ano na lang, store na lang natin yan sa variable. Or you can just actually split these into 3 and then just add all of the values. Pwede din yan. So, store ko to sa, sabihin natin, A. We call A. Nako. Wait. Ito. Store ko to sa A. Yan. So, yung ita-type ko is only this one. Negative 5,000 over pi over 4 times 235 squared minus 195 squared, and then plus A, yung constant terms, and then multiply ko by negative 11250 plus 840. Yan. So, this is now minus 15.91. So, compressive stress is minus 15.91 MPa. Yan. So, check natin sa choices. We have 16. Yan. So, letter A pala yung sagot natin. Yan. So, ito lang yung mahirap. Yung pag-identify kung anong bending stress yung makakause ng isang force or isang moment pala. Now, pwede mo naman yang isolve yung moment reaction talaga dyan sa base ng pole, which will just be, this will cause a counterclockwise movement and then this will cause a clockwise movement. So, yun na yung gagamitin mo. Bale, minus 11250 plus 840 yung magiging moment mo. But, I divided this into 2 kasi this is helpful when solving pre-stressed concrete problems. Kasi pag meron kasing pre-stressing, iba yung ano niya, compression sa tension side compared to the actual loading. Yan. So, ito lang muna yung last sa book. And then, check ko yung items kanina. Wait lang, nasa phone ko yun. Di ko na lang i-discuss yung moving loads kasi madali lang yun. Let's just consider the yung bending stresses saka tensile stresses. So sa quiz natin, determine the max tensile and compressive stress. Yan. And then we have a beam of 6 meters yung length. Meron tayong roller support. And we have a uniform load of 4 kN per m. Yan. And then, our section is an irregular section. Parang ganito. Now, this is 75 mm. This was 20. We have 50. And then this is 25. Now, to solve the moment of inertia para dito, let's just use the calculator technique, yung tinuro ko. So we have x, y, and frequency. Now for all x values, just input 1. So 1, we have 2 areas, so sabihin natin, this is area 1, this is area 2. Now, di ba, meron yung centroid, yung first figure, ito yung reference axis ko. Reference axis. So, I have to measure all y distances from this reference axis. Now, this distance is, di ba, 10 mm from the reference axis, and then, yung second shape, it has a centroid dito. So, therefore, this is yung distance yan is half of 50. So 25. 25 plus 20 magiging 45. Yan. So I have area 1 and area 2. So again, 1 lang lahat ng for column X. And then for Y naman, we're gonna use the first area is 10, and then for the second area we have 45. Y corresponds to the distances, while frequency corresponds to the areas. So for the area, we have 75 times 20 for the first shape, and then for the second shape we have 50 times 25. And then to calculate the moment of inertia, we're gonna use summation of y squared minus n barred y squared. Yan. So, input natin yan. Go to mode, and then stat. Go to linear. But make sure first that frequency is turned on. So, di pa naka-on yung frequency. To turn that on, shift ka and then mode, press down, dito ka sa stat. So press 4 and then frequency on, press 1. So meron na tayong frequency. So I have to type here 1 and then 1. And then for Y naman, I have 10 and 45. And then we have here 75 times 20 for the area, and 50 times 25 for the second area. So, press AC, and then dito sa Canon calculator, gagawin mo is press apps. Yan. And then after pressing apps, go to S-bar. So, press 5. Wait. Sampa muna to. Yung summation of y squared, you can get this sa number 4, yung S-sum. So, press 4. Merong summation of y squared dito sa number 3. So, press 3. Yan. And then, minus n. Yung n, makikita mo sa apps. Dito ka sa VAR or variance. So, press 5. Type in 1. And then, multiply this by barred y squared. So, apps ulit. S-var, press 5. And then, go to number 5. Yan. And then, square natin yan. So, press equals. Ito pala yung moment of inertia natin. Ano pa to? This is still AD squared. The transfer formula, yung total. So, this is, ano yan? 835,227.2727. Now, store ko na lang yan sa A. Yan. Now, after doing this, I still have to add to get Ix. Yung bending kasi natin about x. Bale, mangyayari is yung individual moment of inertias ng different shapes natin, di ba? 75 times 20 cubed over 12 for the first shape. And then plus, for the second shape, we have a base of 25. sorry. Times a height of 50 cubed. Yung height na yan, divide natin by 12. And then plus natin yung transfer formula. Ito na yung mag-a-account sa lahat ng shapes. So, type natin. Mode, and then balik tayo dito. 75 times 20 cubed over 12 plus 25 times 50 cubed still divided by 12 and then plus A. So, ito pa yung moment of inertia natin. 1145643.939. And then to the fourth. Yan. And then, ano yung centroid natin? Hindi ko na-check. Sorry. Balik na lang tayo. Go to stat. And then, ano yun? Linear. 1 and 1. 10 and 45. $75 times 20 and 50 times 25. Press AC. Go to apps. And then dito ka sa barred Y. We have 25.91. So, bala, from the reference axis, barred Y equals 25.91. And then this is, if this is 25.91, then the remaining distance is 70 minus that value. Dito na lang, 70 minus 25.91. So, 44.09 mm. So, since we only have vertical loads, ano pala? Pag ganito yung bending, positive bending, and this is the neutral axis. So, for the compression side, this is compression, this is tension. For the compression side, I have to use 44.09. And for the tension side, I will use 25.91. Yan. So, therefore, FB compression is, ano yung maximum moment? We have a simply supported beam with a uniform load over the whole span. So, just use WL squared over 8 directly. So, 4 times 6 squared over 8. We have to convert this into Newton mm. And then times C. Yung C is, for the compression side, 44.09. Now, divide ko yan by this value. Yan. So, move natin. This is 4 times 6 squared over 8 times 1000 squared times 44.09. Divide natin by 1145643.939. Yan. So, this is 692.73. Unit is MPa. And then, for tension naman, the same lang din, but the distance will change. Yung distance C, it will now be 25.91. Ito kasi yung tension side. Yan. Below the neutral axis. Again, ito yung neutral axis. NA. Yan. So, 25.91. So, 407.1. Ito yung maximum tensile stress. Yan. Now, most students kanina nagkamali kasi yung transfer formula, yan yung ginamit nila na I. Di na nila inad yung moment of inertia of the individual sections. Divide times 50 cube over 12. Yan. So, ito yung mga sagot sa bending stress na tanong. Move lang natin onte. Yan. Nganong sayop man. Nganong nasayop. Ang transfer formula may gigamit nga ay. Maka ko nabantayan pag ganina. Katungos for the other problem naman, horizontal shear stress, but the given section was circular, di ba? So, for circular sections, just use 4V over 3A. And then yung V doon is 92 yata yung maximum reaction. So, 92 times 1,000 yung V. Again, multiply by 1,000 to convert that into newtons. Na marami kanina, nakalimutan i-convert yung shear force. And then, divide mo yan by the area. Now, yung given ko kanina is, di ba, radius 50 mm. So, just use pi r squared. So, pi times 50 squared. Yan. Radius na kasi yung given. And then, multiply this by 3. So, yung sagot pala kanina sa maximum horizontal shear stress is 4 times 92 times 1,000 divided by 3 times pi times 50 squared. Yan. So, 15.62 pala. MPa. Yan. $45 ginawang 35. Okay. Mali na pag 35. Kasi 20 plus half of 50 kasi yan. 20 plus 25 magiging 45. Pero yung importante, marami namang nakakuha sa concept talaga. Mali yung ginawa, tama yung ginawa, mali lang yung values. Yun yung naging problema. Yung V pala doon is itong maximum shear. This is the reaction at B. Yan. Yung figure kasi natin is ganito. Di ba 5 meters yon, simply supported merong 50 kN dito and a distributed load of ano nga yun? Nakalimutan ko. 20 kN per m. And this was 2 meters. Yan. So, solve mo lang yung reaction dito. Kasi, most likely, andyan kasi yung maximum shear. Kasi yung concentrated load saka applied loads are malapit sa roller support. So, just take moments about, sabihin natin A. So, we have 20 times, this is 3 meters. So, 20 times 3 times 1.5 plus 2 plus 50 times 5 minus BC. Sabihin natin CY. CY times 5. Yan. So, solving CY, 20 times 3 plus 50 times 5 minus x times 5 equals 0. So, this is, wait, ba't 62? Wait lang, 20 times 3 times 1.5. Ay, wait lang. Times 1.5 plus 2. So, 92. CY equals 92 kN. So, ito na yung maximum shear force mo. Ano, model natin para makita nyo. Tagal ma-open. Length is, wait lang. Length is 550. So, di ba dito, sa endpoint, naging 92 siya before becoming 0. Kasi first mo kasing i-apply is yung concentrated load na applied load. And then later mo na i-apply yung yung reaction. 92. So, bababa yan sa 92 yung shear force, and then aakyat sa 0 ulit at the endpoint. Kaya meron yan siyang 92 dyan. Kaya yung clue na binigay ko kanina is just use the larger reaction for the maximum shear. Yun na yung clue kanina. So, doble ingat na lang para sa final exam. So, yan na lang muna. And then, this is recorded. So, review na lang. $110. Ano yung ginamit mo? Instead of 3. Ah, 5. Kung 5 yun, bale 7 yung distance mo. Check natin. Gawin natin 7. Ito ba? 114.2857? Yan ba? Parang ganito. Pag whole distance, 5 yan. Tapos pag ganito. Tama ba? Naglalag. Sa moving loads naman, maraming nakakuha. Okay lang yan. Dito na lang muna tayo. Salamat. Naglalag na din kasi yung app. Na times 5. Sayang. Yan na lang muna. Sige.